for stopping by today. Today's video is going to be about face painting what we call vintage skin. And vintage skin is just something that's on a person who's a little bit older. They have more wrinkles. Their skin is not as tight and smooth as a child's would be. Fortunately, most of the people we face paint are children. But every once in a while you have adults at parties that really want to be face painted and their skin's a little bit different. So you want to look strategically at their face and decide what's the best way to put a design on the face, where are the fewest wrinkles, where is the skin the smoothest, and what type of designs work best. So sometimes people want a specific design. In those cases there's not a lot you can do, but a lot of times adults are open to suggestions, what would look best on them. And in those cases you definitely want to use your expertise in painting adults to help it look really good for them. So I hope today's video is helpful to you, and we'll see you at the other end. I chose a simple floral eye design, which is commonly used by face painters because it targeted the temple area where the skin was the smoothest. I sponged a light color like pink, lavender, or pale blue mixed with a little pearl white over the eye area. Then I added pressed petals by using the Low Cornell Flora brush. By using the pressed petals, I didn't have to paint a shape and fill it in, so I wasn't concerned with straight lines or straight edges. It's difficult to paint those on older skin, so if you can avoid them in your design, it's helpful. My brush was double loaded with Diamond Effects White and Paradise Orchid, which is one of my favorite pressed petal colors to use. With a small brush, I added the same white dots, starbursts, and swirls that I would normally add for any other person, but I added them in locations where I felt I was dealing with the smoothest skin that was available to work on. One tip for preparing the skin in advance is to use a product like Marin's Skin Prep Pro. It creates a moisture barrier that keeps the makeup on top looking its best longer, especially during humid conditions, because it stops that moisture from coming through and making the face paint deteriorate. Under the white swirls, I also had some orchid swirls. I like having a dark swirl underneath and the lighter ones on top for highlights. And I also added some cosmetic glitter. You may want to ask the person you're face painting if they actually want glitter. Some adults love it and can't get enough of it. Some adults do not want it in the design at all. And finally, I added a few little green petals to this design. It's a nice complement for the orchid that's in it as well. So it's not just white and orchid. So thanks for joining us today as we worked on vintage skin. Vintage skin can definitely be a challenge, but the best things to do are to remember to watch out for excessive use of metallics or excessive line work. Those things usually don't work great for vintage skin. And you can use the Skin Prep Pro, things like that, to try to get the skin prepared, and also look for areas on the face that have fewer wrinkles, where the skin's a little more taut, because if you use those areas, you're going to have a little more success painting. So thanks a lot, and we'll see you again later. Bye-bye.